In this video, we're going to look at agent profile modes, where you decide which of the agent profiles we've already created your processes will use, depending on the mode you run them in. Put simply, a mode is a setting that points to one of your profiles. You define each mode, and when you run a process, you choose which one to use. That way, your processes aren't tied to a single model. To get there, we click on the top right and open the menu. We go into Settings and select Organization. There, in the panel on the left, we look for LLM Configuration and go into that section. Inside, we find the Agent Profile Modes section. Each mode represents a situation, and Qamaq uses the profile that you assign to that situation. The two modes you'll use the most here are Production, which is the default mode, the profile your normal processes run with, and Cost Optimized, a more economical profile designed for test runs where you want to spend less. There are also two more modes, Primary Only and Backup, meant for more specific scenarios like testing, but for normal use, what matters are Production and Cost Optimized. Let's click the Edit icon next to the Production mode, and we choose the agent profile we want to use in this situation. For Production, we assign a capable model for real work. For this example, we'll leave it on Cerebrus, and we click the Save button. For Cost Optimized, we'll click the Edit icon next to it, and we'll assign a more economical one, like Gemini 2.5 Flashlight. We click the Save button, and that mode is now pointed to that profile. And to not stay in theory, let's see how it works. We'll take a process we already have, and we'll go into one of its AI tasks. In this case, Summarize Feedback. Notice that its agent profile right now has its own model pinned, GPT 4.1 Mini Global. And here's the detail. If we leave it like this, when the process runs, it will always use this AI model and ignore the modes we configured at the organization level. So for it to actually use them, we change its agent profile to None and save. Then we click outside the Edit Activity panel to close it. We generate a new process, and in this modal, we click Generate. Now let's run it and see what changes. We click Show Execution Controls, and we click Run Entire Workflow. Here in the modal, we go to the Execution Mode dropdown and select Cost Optimized to see how things change. We click Pull from Last Run to populate the form fields with the corresponding inputs, and we click the Run Task button. Now let's look at that task. See, it's now running on Gemini 2.5 Flashlight, the profile we assigned to Cost Optimized, not the GPT 4.1 Mini it had before. It's following the Cost Optimized mode we ran it in. That's the proof that the mode we configured is actually being applied. In summary, the agent profile modes are where we decide which model drives our processes, the usual one in production and a more economical one for testing. That way, when we execute a process, Qamaq will use the profile we assign to the corresponding mode without us having to change it by hand every time.